For nearly 30 years, Mr. Depp built a reputation, a respected artist whose name was associated with success. Today, his name is associated with a lie, a false statement uttered by the defendant, Amber Heard.
PR strategies are required and are so helpful, but only when someone is on the right side. For Amber Heard, the strategy is somehow not working, and recently, she hired a new team for new strategies. Let's dive in to know what these new attempts have been made by her PR team. On TikTok, hashtags like Justice for Johnny Depp has nearly 3 billion views. In addition, over 3 million people have signed a petition to replace Amber Heard in Aquaman 2. Amber Heard, understandably tired of an onslaught of bad headlines, has reportedly parted ways with the veteran public relations firm in charge of her image during her tumultuous defamation trial against Johnny Depp. The move comes less than a week before she is scheduled to testify in her own defense. According to a source, the actor allegedly fired crisis management firm Precision Strategies on Thursday, citing frustration with her story not being told effectively, according to a source. She doesn't like bad headlines, another insider told the Post. Following the negative press surrounding her and ex-husband Depp's defamation lawsuit, Heard has parted ways with her crisis management firm and hired a new public relations firm, according to The Hollywood Reporter. Precision Strategies, led by former Barack Obama deputy campaign manager Stephanie Cutler, was in charge of Heard's public relations strategy. The actress, who is scheduled to testify for the first time on Wednesday, left the firm last week in favor of Shane Communications. The New York Post broke the news first. Depp has testified for several days in the trial, which is now in its 4th week and has largely controlled the narrative. The trial is centered on an op-ed Heard wrote for the Washington Post in December 2018, in which she described herself as a survivor of domestic violence. Depp claimed Heard defamed him in the column, which did not name him, but because the claims coincided with the time the two were married. Depp sued for $50 million. Heard counterclaimed for $100 million. Shane Communications, led by former ICM VP Corporate Communications David Shane, has worked with Depp before. The management group, the actor's former business manager, was sued by Depp for breach of contract, and the firm represented them. The parties eventually settled. Shane Communications, among other things, assisted in emphasizing claims that Depp had a compulsive spending habit that contributed to his financial difficulties. Shane's team included Alifair Hall as a partner, as well as STI Management founder Neil Lenarski and former WMA CEO Jim Wyatt as advisors. After Depp's case is concluded, Heard will present her first witness on Tuesday. A psychologist, Dawn Hughes, is expected to testify that Heard was subjected to severe abuse. She previously stated in a deposition that Depp's allegedly defamatory statements exasperated Heard's post-traumatic stress disorder. Depp has testified and presented witnesses in support of his claims that Heard faked her injuries and lied about being abused to advance her career over the last 3 weeks. Officers testified that they saw no bruises on Heard's face when they were called to the former couple's home. Instead, according to psychologists, Heard displayed symptoms of borderline personality disorder. During cross-examination, the psychologist admitted to having dinner and drinks with Depp and his legal team before being hired as an expert. The high-profile $50 million trials being live-streamed have piqued the public's interest, with reporters and social media users combing over the suit's details with a fine-tooth comb. While support for Depp, who has already taken the stand, has been emotional, support for Heard has been more muted. According to the Washington Post, she could testify in a Virginia courtroom. Precision Strategies and Shane Communications did not respond to requests for comment from the outlet. What do Depp supporters have to say about Amber Heard's PR strategy? One fan wrote, "Stop wasting money on a public relations campaign, Amber. It simply does not work. We saw, we heard, and you are not a victim. You are free to do whatever you want, but the general public is not stupid. You do not represent me, any other woman, or any true victim." Another supporter says, "Are there really campaigns that portray her positively? Another public relations firm to be fired, I suppose. She is powerless to intervene." One frustrated fan stated, "Allow her to waste all of her money and file for bankruptcy so that Elaine cannot be paid. But the award to Johnny remains attached despite the bankruptcy. Unless he discharges the debt, she will have to pay. I'm hoping that with the post-trial shenanigans, he won't be convicted." Next, a fan claims that #Amber Heard is an abuser isn't trying to change the minds of plebs, but rather is working on the minds of Hollywood executives. I say #Aquaman 2 failed. Finally, a fan says what she doesn't realize is that if she publicly sought help for BPD, HPD, and other issues, people would embrace it. Depp would probably go above and beyond waiving her obligation and actually pay for the damn therapist, and she could have a massive public redemption arc. Do you think the PR strategy by Amber Heard will work and support her in her next appeal? Let us know your views in the comment section below, and for more videos on them, stay tuned and subscribe now.